Hey guys, today's video I guess I wanted to talk about mental abuse. I'm sure everybody has been through it, maybe worse than another one has, but I'm sure there's a good few of us that have actually been through it. I had recently dated someone who he was I think maybe by like 3 years. He worked at a bank. He had his own apartment, all that fun stuff. Uh, Meanwhile, I live at home. I work retail. I can't afford to live out by myself, so that's one thing. But apparently with his childhood, his father had abused him and his sisters. I guess that's all that really matters for him. I guess the thing with mental abuse is you don't realize what's actually happening until I guess later on. Like, everyone else can see it, but I guess you're just so blinded, I guess, for your care for this person that you don't see it. You don't want to see it. You don't believe what's going on. So then finally you realize I shouldn't be crying over someone this much. This person should not be making me cry. This person should not be making me feel like absolute shit. This person should not make me feel like I am the scum of the earth. Just because of what he says. Like, there were things that he said that did hurt. Like, oh, what's that? You work retail. You don't have any ambition. You don't care what's going on in your life. You're going to be doing this the rest of your life and you won't care. You're not going to be able to afford anything. You're going to be living in your mother's basement. Because I have other friends that work retail. I was like, oh, I asked my friend for such and such advice. It's like, oh, they work retail. You can't ask them for advice. They have no ambition. It's like, how the fuck do you know what's going on? Hey, you need to go to college before it's too late. Before you're out of your prime. Or you're just gonna working in some store. You need to better yourself. That way, it's just things he said. Also, being as I live at home, oh, I'm sorry, that's such a terrible thing, it would be like, I always drove out to his house. He lives in the city. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. That was a good 30-minute drive. So I'd ask, why don't you come over to my place for a while? And he's like, only children still live at home. We're not kids. Great, thanks. You only make me feel like more of a heaping pile of shit. He didn't like to talk. And I'm sorry, I love to talk. If you and me are in a relationship, I want to talk. It doesn't, maybe not while you're at work, maybe a few words, maybe. But don't make it seem like I have to nag you just to get something out of you. Because apparently, this man would go to schools for his lunch, for his hour lunch, and he would teach them about, like, banking and stuff. I didn't know he fucking did that till we broke up. Because I would ask him, how's your day? Oh, normal. Nothing happened? You didn't just happen to go to school and teach these kids? No, we didn't know that till later. But he would... And he didn't want to hear about my day. At all. Because apparently all it was bitching. Thanks. The thing with mental abuse, again, is you don't realize it's happening. I guess until someone points it out or you notice it by yourself. If you feel like you are closed in a box and walking on eggshells whenever maybe you open your mouth to this person, you need to get out of it. You'll feel so much better. Though apparently in my case, I told him this. I'm just being honest with him. And he claims, oh no, you're a professional victim. You never loved me. if I never loved you, I wouldn't have stuck around for that long. It seems to be another thing with people who are, I might have said this already, who are abusive, I guess, especially mentally abusive. They don't know they're doing it happened to them. So you're going to tell it to them, they're going to deny it all up and down, saying, no, I didn't do that, you're making shit up. I don't know, you know why you're with me if you're going to make this shit up. You're just mad. You lost your play toy when we broke up. That's not how that works. Also, this man, which I find slightly hilarious, he made a post on his Reddit saying he would, if I'm not in a stable relationship by the age of 30, by stable relationship he means, married and have a child. If I'm not in a stable relationship by the time I'm 30, I'm going to adopt. This is a man who had left dishes in his room till they were moldy, disgusting. He had to throw them away. His downstairs kitchen was also covered in mold because he had not cleaned his dishes or anything in who knows how long. He didn't clean his cat's litter boxes. They were also growing mold. And this is also a man who choked his cat right in front of me because he pissed near his computer. I don't think that's a man that needs to adopt a child or even reproduce. But that is a man that's going to deny that he has any sort of problem. Oh, now here's another thing, which it might be just me. This man also, I think it's kind of pathetic, masturbated every single night to go to bed in order to sleep. Now, I was staying at his house for the week just to see how it would go if we did manage to live together. I had to be up early the next morning, so I'm going to go to bed. He had the nerve, while I'm in the next room, to turn on porn. Now, see, I don't mind if you do it when I'm not there, but while I'm in your fucking house, how disrespectful can you get? Needless to say, we don't talk anymore, which I'm probably a fantastic thing. He's a toxic person. If someone keeps belittling you in such a way, like, you feel like you're getting beat up, and then they backpedal and they're like, oh no, I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, but if that still makes you feel like shit inside, if that still makes you upset, get out. Apparently my excuse for not going to college was, it was logical. I said I can't afford to go to college. Sure you can get a loan. Yeah, because I totally want to screw my life over in the long run. I mean, yeah, I would love to go back to college at some point, but I'm not going to run myself into the ground money-wise just so I could have a career and be on my own. That to me is not worth it. I'm also not going to go to school if I don't know what I want to major in. He kept going, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? Well, I mean, video games, I think they're amazing. Programming them, doing artwork for... No, you can't get a job in that. That's not a real job. Okay, well, I love what Pixar does and DreamWorks does. Alright, cool, why don't you do that? Okay, well, the only thing that offers that is one of the major colleges does down in Richmond that I know is very expensive to get in. Oh, don't worry about money, it's fine. I'm sorry, I grew up basically pinching pennies. I'm not just gonna go do that. But then he turns around and says, you better not, maybe you shouldn't do that. There's no jobs for that. Well, great, you kind of gave me some sort of hope just to knock me right back down again. I'm sure this wasn't all about mental abuse in this video, but it's just a topic that needs to be discussed. You feel so closed in, you feel like you're suffocating. In a way, it's kind of like you're only hurting yourself. You want so much to get attention from this person, for them to just not be so much the way they are, so abrasive. that I guess you were hurting yourself for them to not act that way. And I had invited him down to... A lot of my family lives down in the mountains. They're not what you would call city folk, clearly. But I invite him down to come meet my family. You know, that's great. He kind of acts like an asshole the whole time. Then he wouldn't say why until after we left, when he's like, oh, I didn't really like your family because they remind me of my family. Why didn't you fucking say something before we went? That way that you wouldn't give, like, the shittiest first impression ever. That's not making anybody like you at all. When your mother can see what is going on, and she says it, but you kind of want to deny that, listen to your mother. Listen to your friends. Listen to that gut feeling you have of, I am not happy. I do not need to be in this. I do not need to be with this person. You'll be happier in the end. Because if you're going to feel closed in, suffocating, walking on eggshells, living inside your head most of the day, and not for good things, you're going to be in here wondering, what can I do to win his approval? What can I do to, do something right? Get out of it. It's not a great place to be mentally. Or ever. You will thank yourself in the long run. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel like you have a weight lifted off your chest that had been building there for who knows how long. For me, it had been quite a few months, but I was denying anything was wrong. But anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I know this might have been jumbled all over the place. I hope it helped you out. I know there's probably people going through it much worse than I did. You just have to trust your gut, trust your friends, your family. Know that someone should not be talking to you like that. Mental abuse hurts just as much as physical abuse would. Now, I've never been in a physical abusive relationship. I hope I never am. That I never want to end up in that situation again. And maybe that's why I'm a little worried of being in a relationship again. But everyone just needs time to heal. Give it yourself as much time as you need. Don't need to rush into anything, or anyone. You don't need that rebound, that messy rebound shit. Find someone who's going to love and care for you. And so, suggestion of petting zoo. Dude, people want to pet things. Your dog, your cat. That bird looks fuzzy. I kind of want to touch his feathers. The alpaca? The alpaca's hella soft. You better let me pet that. No, you don't want to do that. That's childish. Fucker. Well, I can't exactly walk into the SPCA and pet things all willy-nilly. But, okay, I'm childish. Sure. Great. Don't let them talk to you like you're shit. Also, please, don't let that person have a map. I'm sorry, the person I was with had no sense of direction whatsoever. We can take Interstate 95 to get to Virginia Beach. Fuck no, we can't. That beach is out east. Why are you going south? We went to North Carolina. Good job. No. He also hated roller coasters. I'm sorry. I can't stand a person who hates roller coasters, because that means I have no one to go on roller coasters with. I also can't stand picky eaters. I'll eat anything. Put it in front of me, don't tell me what it is if I haven't had it before. I'm going to eat it, and if I like it, you can tell me what it is after that. Maybe I'm a bit picky myself. But I know who and who not to date when it comes to how they're going to treat me. Being a picky eater and roller coasters, those are little things you can get over. Maybe they have a fear of heights. If you can help them get over that fear of heights by, if you ride this roller coaster with me, maybe it'll help you out. Unless maybe a motion sickness, and then that's not going to help you at all. But I just wanted to talk about that with you guys. maybe someone's going through it right now, maybe someone had been through it and they can relate. It's really just not a great thing to go through at all. Ask for help. Ask opinions. What do you think about he said this? Or she said this? What do you think about that? How does that make you feel? Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. That talking just makes you a better person, and it's gonna get you out of a world of hurt. So I'll see you guys later. This was just something I felt would be a very important topic to talk about. And if someone's mentally abusive, and you think, no, I love this person more than to leave them. I don't want to leave them just because they're talking shit to me and make me feel... Don't do that. What is the point of that? I mean, I have known people that have done that. Like, oh, well, he called me this, but I still love him, I'm gonna do it. Or he cheated on me. No! Leave. There are better people out there for you. There are people that can make you feel so much better than who you're with, than who obviously does not think you are worth it if he's going to cheat on you, or she is going to cheat on you. It is not worth all that pain, all that stress. Just don't. Talk to your friends. Don't be scared to go to your mom or your dad. For me, I'd rather talk to my mother. Do not be afraid to talk to them. Most of the time, they will see this before you do. Anyway, happy Friday. Have a great weekend if I don't upload anything else for the weekend. And I'll see you next time.